What's up everybody, Ben the Blur here today, bringing you LEGO Transformers Shrapnel. So here we have Shrapnel in his Cybertronian pickup truck mode. He's just a big red and light grey and black, pickup truck. He's got these big sort of suspension pieces here at the front, with the windows, the grille, the headlights. And I originally wanted to make him into a monster truck, but when it got to about creating the legs and doing the rest of the cab, I realised it was probably better just to make a pickup truck with some accessories on. That's why he's a bit of a higgledy-piggledy mess at the moment. But yeah, here he is. He's actually one of the, I think he's the only LEGO Transformer actually that I've ever made that actually rolls. He has proper rolling wheels, if you take a look at that. The wheels properly move. So isn't that nice? Yeah, he's got these hooks here at the back with these nice vent grills at the side. These black 1x2 panels here are supposed to represent other windows. These grill vents here at the back. The pickup truck loading pad at the back, which has this little crate on that has some goodies inside, which we'll get to later. It just sort of sits there. There's nowhere it actually pegs in or anything. He has this big gun on top as well, which we'll get to in a bit, which you can actually tilt this all the way back and you can, you know, spin it around on its connector. So you could bring it backwards if you wish and give him some sort of really weird looking boost, and then sit the little crate on top, which just looks a little bit odd. I prefer it the other way around. But yeah, underneath him, though, you can see his head. But I mean, the most of this looks like there's a bit of a chassis or whatever, except the little head poking out. And above him, you can see the head just sitting there. So yeah, for a very quick and brief size comparison, here he is standing next to a little Lego minifigure. So you can get the idea of the size. Again, like I said with Terrabolt, I don't actually have any other LEGO Transformers that are in vehicle modes to compare to. But given that how there's a minifigure, you can go ahead and, you know, take a little guess. Let's move him off to the side. So I think without further ado, there's not really much else to say about him, so let's just get on to his transformation. So to transform Shrapnel, first things first, what we're going to do is obviously you take off this little crate, set it off to the side, and we're going to come underneath the vehicle. We're going to take these assemblies, bring them down, and slide them along these little bars. Just like that. Get them out of the way. Now what we're going to do is this whole assembly we're going to bring down and out of the way, just like so. And then this can be a bit fiddly, but there's a clip there, a red clip, connect to a black 1x2 panel with the split bars, the little crossbar piece that I call. So we're just going to bend that this way. That way these front wheels will slowly turn on the piece that connects them. I'm going to bring the whole thing forward, push the head back through, rotate it around, and keep it there just for the time being. Let's just rest him down for a minute because I realised I need to change the camera position because this guy is pretty beefy. Let's bring him up just a bit, just a smidge, just like that. So while he's like this, what we'll do is we'll just go ahead, take these assemblies here at the side, bring them out to the end, bring it up, and then pull this assembly out, straighten it, and swing the arms down and up into position. Bring that out, bring this down, bend it, twist that, and then slide this clip along that bar to put his arms where they need to be. Now we'll come here to the back, spin this section here on this jumper plate around, bring his head up and through, And then what we might as well do is twist the gun around to there. And then if we bring this assembly of his waist back to about there, you can then change the legs, bend them however you wish to whatever positioning you want. You know, make them a bit more flat. Push his legs, push the little wheels back, just like that. Get his legs into the proper positioning. And then this is quite fun. He's very fragile on this joint though. Is you actually lift this assembly up and you can actually feed this giant gun through, and it nuzzles right into the slot on his back. Sit him down with all of his limbs situated, and there we have Shrapnel in his robot mode. Now Shrapnel's robot mode is quite unique. He has very spindly arms and yet very big, strong, beefy legs for a pickup truck. It's got some nice little like grey toes there with the big red beefy legs with the grills at the side. It's a thin waist. Front of the truck becomes his chest plate. Got some very thin arms. The backpack, very big and beefy, but mainly because of this gun and the wheels sort of sit behind his backpack and this sort of collapses into itself, which is very unique. He's got a red eye with a sort of horned helmet on top. Yeah. His articulation, his head can move up and down on this clip here, but that just looks a bit ridiculous, and then rotate from side to side. His arms can go forward, backward on that clip. They can actually go in and out here. They can bend at the elbow, and his forearm can rotate as well. They can also swivel in and out as well. His waist can rotate from side to side, and he's got an ab crunch. His legs go forward, backward, and they can swing in and out. And he's got a bent knee as well. So not too much articulation, but enough that you can get his arms in good poses. But his legs are quite... These clips that attach to these bars are quite flimsy, so you don't want to bend them too much, because then he's just going to flop over. So, for a quick size comparison, here he is with a little Lego minifigure. Pretty decent size. And might as well remove him out the way, move him to the side, and here he is standing right next to his commanding officer, Atom Breaker. And as you can see, it's pretty big and beefy. So his head height, he comes up just to his chest, just to about his chest plate, the middle of his torso. So yeah, I think they've got a good dynamic going on here. So let's just move him back out the way. And now we can talk about his power.